Come on, relax your mind. Kick back and just unwind. Don't let this moment overcome you, cause you need this vibe. Music, it takes me there. Places where I don't care. I'm overflowing in this motion, you can't help but stare. Flowing like up and down, spinning around and round. Back up and touch the ground. I'm making, but I can't sit down. Moving from side to side. Feel good cause I'm alive. Don't you feel jealous? Just get up and help me feel this vibe.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your main man, Mr. Council, back with another one, Saturday Motivation. We're here again. I'm excited like I am every week, not because something special is going on in my life, but I'm just excited to be alive. I've been struggling today with narrowing down my topic. I always have so many different things that I want to discuss and bring to you guys on a weekly basis. A lot of times it's tough to narrow down the focus of one thing because it's so much going on in a week, so many things I'm listening to, so many things I'm constantly learning. I'm not sure where to begin, but that's why this topic is going to be perfect. Once again, you know how we do Saturday Motivation. I chose Saturday because Saturday is the day that's uniquely your own. Most people work a 9 to 5, so when it's time to get to Saturday, they take their foot off the gas. But most artists, creatives, and business mind know Saturday is the day to put your foot on the gas and handle your business. It's a struggle trying to do something great. It's never going to be easy. If you do something great that comes easy, normally it's short-lived and doesn't last a very long time. But when you're really trying to do something monumental, it takes a lot of struggle, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of disappointment. And so I wanted to talk today about when you're in doubt, you have to trust God. When you're in doubt, you have to trust God. Everybody doesn't believe in a higher power, but at some point, something in your life is going to happen to you where you realize that you are not in control while you're here. You only can control so much. And it's a struggle when you go through disappointment after you've been working hard for so long. It's really difficult to maintain the same energy, getting up every day and putting the same amount of effort into what you're trying to do. And so when you're in doubt, you have to understand that there's a higher power and control, and it's only so much you can do. The only thing you can do is continue to do your part, and God will see you through the rest. You're not in control of everything. It's so many people that make it seem like you are, and you're really not. And you have to learn as a humble person to release that control to that higher power so he can take over and carry you where you belong. Life is a struggle. It's a constant battle. I remember years where I was constantly going through something. Something was always popping up. If I had a show, my throat would hurt, or somebody would be late, an opening act would call and cancel. It would just always be something. That's why whenever I had a show, I would always show up early because I knew something was going to go wrong. And also that's because of my mindset. I went in thinking that something was going to go wrong. You also have to change your mindset and expect good things to happen to you. But that's another topic for another day. The point I'm trying to make is it's always going to be something that's going to get in the way of what you're trying to do. And you can't get upset in those moments. See, I used to react negatively in those moments when something would go wrong. I would get nervous. And in the end, God would always work it out the way it was supposed to. Maybe it might not have been the way I wanted it to work out, but it would always work out the way it was supposed to, because I've always been a God-fearing man. Regardless to what I was doing in my life, whether it was right or wrong, I always understood that there was a higher power, and he was in control. And so you have to understand that you can't control all circumstances. You're not supposed to. You're only supposed to do your part. You were built to do your part. Whatever gift or talent that God put inside of you, that is your job. And when he tells you to move, when he gives you instructions, he gives you that feeling on the inside, he's not coming to you talking. You're not going to hear some voice, speaking in Morgan Freeman's tone, guiding your life. It's just not going to be that way. It's going to be something, if you get yourself in a peaceful place where you can really hear him through the things that are going on around you. That's the real thing. When you get to that place of peace and understanding that he's in control, he will direct your path through the things that are going on around you. And see, so many of us are waiting for a huge sign or something to tell us what to do, but we're just waiting and we're not working. We're not doing the work that's necessary to get us to the next level. And until you do your part for real, because see, you can walk around saying you're doing this and saying you're doing that, and most people that do the most talking are doing the least amount of work. See, you can see improvement through somebody. They don't have to say anything to you. Somebody that's really working out and giving their best in the gym, they don't have to go around telling everybody that. You can see it through their body, through their results. Somebody that's been working on their talent, their gifts, if they're on stage, you can see it in their confidence. You can see it in their talent, how it's progressed and changed over time. They don't have to brag about it. All they have to do is show up and show out. And so we're all going to have down seasons. You're going to go through a season where nothing is going to go right, or you feel like you're putting in all of this work and you're not getting anywhere. But what you don't understand is God is working behind the scenes, putting everything together for you. So when you step out on faith blindly, you'll know exactly where to go and what to do. And if you don't, he'll lead you there. So when you're in doubt, you have to trust God if you're doing the right things. But we a lot of times sit back and just wait on him and not do what we're supposed to do, especially somebody who's really talented. If somebody who's really talented at something, they don't feel that they have to put in the work. They feel that they were gifted at something. It was given to them, so they deserve. If they just show up, I am who I am and I deserve. No, it doesn't work that way. Even if you're talented, you have to work harder than the man standing next to you. You have to, if you want monumental success. Everybody is not built for greatness. Everybody's not going to get there. It's levels to this. And the people that work hardest in the end will gain the most. That's just the way it is. I don't care how talented you are. That's why you see it all the time in sporting events where talented fighters, talented basketball players or teams lose out to lesser teams because that lesser team has more heart that night. You're not going to beat them that night because you don't have it in here tonight. But they did. Even though you're more talented, you're more skilled than they are, but they worked harder than you this week or this month or this year. And so they got something that you should have gotten because you started off with a lead in the race because of your talent. You started off a leg ahead and still lost because you didn't put in the work. And that's how I used to think. I used to think because I was talented, things were going to happen. I didn't understand the amount of work that I would have to put in to make things happen. And so you have to understand, just because you're gifted, just because you're talented, doesn't mean that things are going to fall into place. You have to understand and value and appreciate the gifts and talents that you have so God can use you. But if you don't, he will take those gifts and talents from you, or worse, allow you to keep that gift and talent and never allow it to shine anywhere. That's the worst feeling, knowing you're gifted, knowing you're talented, but having no opportunity to show the world what you can do. That's prison. But it's a well-deserved prison because you didn't put the work that came along with the talent to deserve something better in the end. And that's what we don't get. So when you're in doubt, you've been working for 5 or 10 or 20 years on the same thing, but you know you're getting better at it, but nothing is happening for you, you have to trust God. Because he is keeping you there for a reason. And you also have to understand it might be something that you are not doing that he is waiting on you to see and figure out that you need to do better. It's something in your life, a piece of your character that you need to correct. It's not just about your talent. It's about the person that you become along the way. And if you're not becoming a better person, God can't use you. I don't care how talented you are. If you're not becoming better on the inside as you are progressing, God can't use you. Somebody else can. But God can. So when you want to truly talk about having faith, I'm not talking about church people faith. People that just talk it and say all these phrases on Sunday. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about somebody who truly believes and has faith that God is using them for a higher purpose. And they're turning themselves over to him to be used. That's the kind of people I'm talking about. When you have doubt, trust that God will carry you through because that's all you have. In the end, and slowly but surely, he will always give you a sign along the way if you are open to it that you are on the right path. But you're not there yet because it's something that you're not seeing in yourself that needs to be corrected. And none of us want to see it that way. It's never us that's the problem. It's always somebody else or the world or the man holding us back. And it's ourselves. We have to wake up and understand it's you. It's me. If we aren't where we're supposed to be. And if you continue to point the finger, if you continue to blame other things, you will never learn what you are supposed to learn to become the person you were meant to be. You have to understand that. So it's not about the end of the journey. It's the journey itself. You have to fall in love with the journey. And I used to hate when people would say that. Because the journey is so hard. But now I understand what they mean. Because I've really thrust my full self into what I'm doing. I'm giving my everything for what I'm trying to do. All of my money, all of my time, all of my talent. I'm giving it all in this season. And I never used to do that. I could say whatever I wanted to say. I never really used to give my all. I'm putting everything in now. I'm going for it all. And if you want true success, you have to give it your all. Not just 50%, not 70%. You have to give everything you have inside of you if you truly want long-term success. And everybody's not going to get there because that's not built for everybody. But are you going to be one of those people who decides that you want just a little bit more than the norm? See, I can't be around people who don't want everything for themselves or the best for themselves. Not want everything, excuse me. I can't be around people long term that don't want the best for themselves. I can't do it. I have nothing to offer you. I don't know what to tell you. Because you want to live a life of mediocrity, which is fine because everybody has their thing. But if you want to be great, if you want to give it everything, then you can run with somebody like me. Outside of that, I really don't know what to tell you. Because people like that are always going to make an excuse for why they aren't where they are, instead of turning that mirror to themselves. See, when I make a mistake now, I look at me. When something goes wrong in my life, I look at me first to make sure it's not something I'm doing that's causing this. And 9 times out of 10 it is, if we really stop and admit it. So if I can motivate you today, for those people who are working hard and giving their all, when you're in doubt, you have to trust God. Because in the end, He's going to take you exactly where you're supposed to be to shine through your gift. Not you shine as a beacon, as a person. Your gift is going to shine through you. You are a vessel. You have to understand you are a vessel. You are being used to use your gift to inspire other people to bring the best out of themselves. And we just continue to pay it forward. I'm always going to pay it forward because somebody poured into me. I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't somebody constantly pouring into me. So I have to pour into others. It's my duty, my responsibility to pour into others because I'm being poured into. That's another thing people don't understand. It's all about me. People make everything all about me. And until you can separate yourself from your gift and understand that you're here for duty and responsibility, you will never be happy. You ever see a doorman or somebody, a server, so they might have a lowly position, it seems, in life, but they're the happiest person around because they've given their all in service. So they don't care about what people think or how much money they make. They're serving others, and that brings them ultimate joy because they have a reason, they have a purpose. So it doesn't matter what level you are on. If you have a purpose, it will bring you joy. Serving others in the end, making somebody else's day, sitting back and appreciating someone else's greatness. It's amazing to see it if you truly appreciate God. Now, if you just out here for you, you're never going to be satisfied. Ever. See, I'm not worried about my satisfaction. I'm worried about satisfying the Most High through my gift. And that's why I'm going to get there. And that's why I'm documenting everything I'm doing so y'all can see it. See, this is a journey. And I'm just in the middle. But you're going to see me rise from the bottom to the top. And that's why I'm documenting this every step of the way. Because I want you to understand and know that you can come from nothing and be more than you ever imagined. Because it's not about you. It's about where He's taking you to use your gift through you and not make it about you. And that spirit of arrogance rises up in everybody who gets a little more. But you got to tap that spirit out as you're gaining more and more success. Because arrogance is a killer. It's like cancer. It'll kill you from the inside. So if I can motivate you today, when in doubt, trust God. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe these videos. Share these videos, please. I'm trying to build this channel. I want to get to 500 subscribers by the end of February. I'm trying to get to 1,000 by the summertime so I can start going live again, because this is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. And we're going to document every step of this journey so you guys understand and can see what it takes to build something. Perseverance, patience. Those are going to be the pillars of my journey. Perseverance and patience. And then eventually I will prosper. That's my time, y'all. Peace to all my people in the struggle.
think I'm ready, might be ready, now I'm ready for love. Don't think I'm jealous, but I felt it when I saw you someone. Okay, I'm jealous, cause I never thought you'd leave me alone. So now I'm jealous, I can't stand it, and I can't let you go. No, I just can't let you go. No, I just can't let you. I've thought to myself, oh,